Pull him.
I just pulled the man, but fuck, I'm back in my zone now. Well, don't worry.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach.
Bro.
You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Offense shitting right now.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets.
Pick and roll.
Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a
doing,
comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak.
I'm trying to get back in the flow for the squad.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, we ain't man alone.
It's going to be a long afternoon if they want to roll up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
On second down, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off
what I'm
much more
saying,
yardage
they
after
set
the
the
catch.
fucking picks
But still,
on the wings, right? Inside the 3-point line.
Picked off at the 15.
So why don't,
and fantastic field position has
right,
them
so
just
why
outside
don't,
the 10 at the 11-yard line
I
in the
have
red
to see it again.
zone.
But whoever is on, whoever can't cover their man, whoever over there needs to go ahead and switch on that shit and pick up on the big man.
First drive, first interception thrown.
And stop them from dropping down.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go
Getting their fucking way. That's all like a motherfucker. I should have shot that.
There we go, kill.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Watson now to throw, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Come on, don't get quiet on me, man.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Who got 20? I got 2 up here.
They're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Finding room to the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Or pump fake at least.
Did the same thing again.
Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Yeah, we need to hang around. We could be within 6 or 4 points by the end of the quarter. We all right.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Come on, bend them knees, big man.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the roll, watch the roll.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there.
Hey, jump up again, baby, jump up again.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. It's putting the game in jeopardy.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 85 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football. We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
And out now come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
They've got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with Touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing, and he finds his guy for 99 yards.
Then he got 2-3 of them.
What they just did.
No problem there on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
It was. Fuck.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one
away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Under Watson, and down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
He just threw that up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there. So
Oh, time out from the breath.
But it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, something you got to play the long.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence.
Stand us up.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offense.
Nah, it tastes fine to me.
It's almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this will be down just
Say no, it tastes fine to me. The Rice down up.
And an update now from down in Miami. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Blake Bortles leading the charge offensively. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, fucking right.
What dumbass running out of bounds and shit.
Yeah, he's been sitting in the lane.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
Fucking right. Good shit.
Good old-fashioned way, David. Good shit.
Taken down at the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down.
Just like
Sliding
that.
out of the pocket. And this is caught.
That's it.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Boy, quickly. All right, come on, let's get it there.
Off it goes.
Oh, no.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball. Every snap, another nice job there to force an incompletion.
I'll take all of this.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they? That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoff.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
No, you can put it back. No, you can put it back. Yeah. Thank you.
Timothy Barker.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 11. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Here you go. Here you go, 46, 46. 46.
On 4th,
I'm really going to ride to this 93.
Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it,
what kind of cookies you made, man?
Number 1.
Some chocolate chips.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
17
more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Prescott to throw it. They'll roll him out right.
Nigga, we know who pressed that thing, dog.
Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
You did it.
Just say you need a kick for a couple minutes,
right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Spit in the can. Spit in the can.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a look at Kiki Cutie as he and the rest of the offense gear up to go again. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times they're ticking time bomb.
Yeah, nigga, they had to fix the food.
Look out.
No catches though so far this game. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible.
No, Timothy don't go nowhere.
Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Over the middle, complete. It's
Damn,
Jensen.
Party don't like you, Slim Jimmy.
Line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Oh, let me hit the pressure.
To his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I'm gonna come down to Houston and find a bitch. Bro, them new 14s dropped today. Them yellow and black ones. Real players never sweat these hoes.
Those are facts.
Get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got him in.
Oh, big man.
End up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk all we
That
want
nigga Rick
about football being a
like
game
damn.
of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz,
I went
he's gonna
solo
win that
on
battle
their
just about
ass. I'm
every
like,
time.
fuck the group.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what
Yeah,
we're seeing in
let
this
nigga know
game.
nigga
Controlling
ready,
the
man.
line of scrimmage, attacking and changing everything so that now they're
Me
playing
too,
in the
man.
offense's backfield. They're playing in there.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Hey, your man got a lazy eye, bro.
The Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure.
I'm looking at him right now, and he got a lazy
We're
eye.
going to score 8 times in a row, and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for him. That has to feel
Yeah, I know, but you face. Look, I'm by the door, right? And you know it's not close up, and you face it towards the screen. That's you. You got a lazy eye, bitch.
Broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. A try here for the extra point.
Yeah.
Point after, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards.
LBJ, whatever it is.
As they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. To throw is Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Prescott from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first half.
Nigga, go with the banger. I think that's really the same on did it. 95, let's fuck over something, fella. You hear me? I think that zone came in handy, bro.
It did.
Damn it. Let's get it, dog. We got nothing but bangers, fellas.
And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
Let's go. We got nothing but bangers. Let's go.
Extra point safely through. And the route is on here.
Switch the screens. Just switch the modes. Shit, guys. Come out with that intensity, nigga.
They will send this one away.
Switch the screens. Don't even think about it.
A few yards into the end zone.
You know where a black.
Here, this will be a touchback, and
I hold the analog to the baseline. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna, you know what I'm saying, prevent that. You know what I'm saying, from happening.
Here in this situation, if you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump starting your team.
One more, two more.
They're down. They're trying to get back into the game, but you got to figure if something goes wrong.
Jay Black, come stand in the middle of the 3-point line and just hold circle.
Managing risk.
You too, bag. There you go.
This
whole circle. That's what you do.
We'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37
use him.
seconds
Use
to
that
play
nigga Rick.
in this
Good
first
shit.
half.
Use that nigga Jay, bro.
Watson now to
Everybody. Everybody use Jay, bro.
But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I'll get him down.
You put it together, the front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Take that.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4.
Not bad. Good. I seen you on the big go.
Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Yeah, they sweat. We gotta get off the court.
And it's taken in at the 9.
We're about to get all that shit right now. Ain't running no screens.
Yards on the return.
Both spaced out.
But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go, 47.
You know what I'm saying? They moving that motherfucker. I don't necessarily need you. Go to Tim. Go to Tim. Go to Tim.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't set you. I wouldn't set. I ain't want.
Oh, nigga, shoot the fucking ball.
I got you this time, bro. Chill out.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
I'm here.
Start there, over here. Start there.
I'm here, T. I'm here, T.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's
come around, dude. Come all the way around me. Come run around me. Run around me. Come on. Come all the way around. Keep going, dude. Keep going, dude.
4 seconds left in this first half. A timeout call.
Good shit, boy.
Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You on mute, bro. Oh.
There you go.
I'm cool. And nigga was good.
Tell that boy Todd say what's good, man. Oh.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to wind up in air.
Yeah, dark shit, son.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. in for the score. And the
I don't know, dog. He come on ESPN though, don't he?
And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster.
As soon as I came down with it,
I don't know if I got that.
Works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone.
Come on, swing.
And you don't
If
want
it
to give
come
up
on
that play.
TV,
That hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Yeah, if it come on regular, dog, I'm probably going to check it out.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in, and he will get into the end zone.
So shit, just give me a holler when you talking about coming through, you hear me? I'm in yet.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout.
So,
we'll
did you hear me?
after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So,
it's in the game. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third.
That was a beautiful
Now they have a chance to add
yourself?
to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Yeah, we in a bonus.
Play there.
I'm in here, dog. I'm playing a game, so I can't really talk, but I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna pay just holler at me. More lady probably just came from out of town. She here too. But you more than welcome to come over here and chill and watch the fight and shit. Cause like I said, if it come on ESPN, I'm gonna watch the motherfucker. So.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
All right.
I got you, Bags. I got you, Bags. I got you.
This fielded a few yards
Be patient
into the end zone. And no
patient.
run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Appreciate the look.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Turn that shit up, man.
Big hold of the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up a third down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but now
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Look, I know what Juju told you, but you also got to feel the court. Nigga, the basket right there and ain't nobody behind you. You feel me? Like, nigga, dip your head down there and get that dunk.
Continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one.
I was just meaning, so you know what I'm saying?
And just try and ram
No, hell no, Jay Black. I was just saying as far as, you know, so everybody can have a screen type shit.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
Like, nigga had shut up sleep on. I like that, nigga said black ball.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Hey, kick to you.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Watson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first.
next teammate used to tell
fucking
me
pass,
all the
boy.
time,
Good
I hate
fucking
experienced
pass.
quarterbacks because
Shit.
no matter what,
We get
you
some
really
good
can't
fucking
hide
D.
what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where
Come on,
the blitz
man.
was coming from.
Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him again, and that's his 6th sack of the ball game, one off the NFL record of 7. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
One more, Tim.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Come here, back.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first
looking for me to slip on in that back door.
That guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Here's Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Stay with him, stay with him, stay with him.
Gregory in there for the sack,
I told you, stay with him.
in on that all-time record.
Don't worry about that.
That's
just stay with him, Drew.
19 on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Good shit.
DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the 7th time in this one game alone.
I'm sick calling this shit out here, dog.
For the most sacks in a single NFL game.
Good beat, man. Got to it, go out, dude.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
Get the fuck out of here, man. He stopped me from getting up.
Couldn't hang on to
Oh
it
my
through
fucking
the
god,
contact.
bro.
Incomplete.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Dang, don't worry about it. Come on. Come on. I know it. Don't worry about it. Let it go.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
That shit is bad.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
I had already went up with it. My bad.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Good. Cheek through the blind, nigga, not through the back door, yeah.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
You said what, good old?
Quincy Wilson.
Saying still a little more time to that nigga when you peeking off the ball. But still a tie to time.
This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself?
Shit, boy.
His team has the lead. Take care of the football.
Rambo mad. Let's go.
Make these, Jay. Make him more mad.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
You dropped the chicken yet?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Did you drop the chicken?
Able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Come on, somebody come to the ball.
Behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shift the guys first.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6.
Take
the Jets are at least able to knock the Devils
down. He can't shoot.
Come on, bro.
His 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately,
shit.
That's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well. The rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Man. I'm back. Go steal, Bags. Go steal, Bags.
A chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set.
I let it go a little bit too early.
And
Fuck, my bad.
Interception, just any
Fuck outside. I
interception.
should
Are
have
you a
hit
little
that.
bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go. Wide, ain't it? 26.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Yes.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the fourth most in a single season. And the Cowboys add on. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Good shit, Timothy.
Yes, sir. Good shit, G.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
All right, Timber Wade, man. Get your energy up, nigga.
A few yards into the end zone. And
Double going up.
Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half.
Come here, Bags. Come here, Bags.
Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
Throw it up, baby. Throw it up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard
Watch out, Bags. Come on, dude.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Get the fuck out of here.
Watson.
Fucking pump fake that, man. Pressing the fucking button, tapping this.
Over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Down by 14. Come on, fellas.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Oh, this shit.
And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety?
Come on, man.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Come on, man. Let's get this shit together, bro.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on third and long.
Come on out here, money bag.
Yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big
They looking for all that cut shit up. That's why
27.
They looking for
Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year.
That's what I'm saying. Nigga, they playing the pass now. They just waiting on somebody to cut.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York set to take the field.
Little shit ain't work. Good D. He held that hole.
Reset. Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. They can't block him, and now with 8 sacks, he has set a new single-game record. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
CJ.
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12.
Oh,
and
bitch.
Set up a third
Come
down.
on, man.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away. Boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
Oh, they played the fuck out of me. Come on, man.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown.
I want to press these niggas and push the pace or what?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Oh, man, let's get some stops, bro.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him.
There you go, cookies. Let's go, man.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not. And the pressure gets to him again. Randy Gregory in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Take your time. Close out.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point.
On, you got to hit that, baby.
What's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because
and he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Don't need to go back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
23, man. Draw a foul on him, man.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Let's get 23 out of this bitch.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point.
Good hands. Good shit. Let's go.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
If you go press and trapping, man, get that jump ball out his ass.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Oh, damn. I'm trying to get it to you, man. My bad. That's all. I'm trying to get that bitch to you.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Here's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Randy Gregory in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. On second down, here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
My man didn't even want to put his hand up.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far.
Good defense, bro.
Woo! Oh,
and he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that.
Close out, Bags.
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance. Where they took control of this game.
And that's caught. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
Good defense, dog.
It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 63
Come on, man. Come on, they break it down, bro. They break it down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first down carry by Allen.
We don't want to put him in a penalty.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, you know, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Shit, that's all we needed in there in the start of the second half.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
Shit, that's what we needed in the start of the second half, bro.
Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory in there yet again. They can't block him. And now with 8 sacks, he has set a new single-game record.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense...
And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here.
Who exited out this time?
Block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Oh, everybody went out.
Throwing here. Prescott. They'll buy some time right. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown.
Damn shame,
and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that?
Give me one more, bro. Give me one more, bro. Give me one more, Rickman.
Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound.
Let him get his
this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, just actually pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game.
No, I said let you get, see, I was
that. He said,
nah, bro, fuck that. Let him go ahead and get his, let him go and get his knee on, bro, because he ain't focused right now.
Yeah, Jay, do what you need to do, dog. You earned your meal.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride.
Fucking Julian, bitch, I hope you ready to ball when we get back on the motherfucking chat.
Nah, yeah, I ain't come to the party not one time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nigga, I'm about to, yeah, well, I know, nigga, we all know that. I'm just about to not let you live it down. You feel me? So, yeah, we need you, man.
See how they handle the remaining moments of this one.
What's that?
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence.
That nigga drained, huh?
Drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Oh,
hey, man. Hey, man.
That nigga went from going to Chris Paul to James Harden, huh?
That you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Nigga in the strip club, ASAP, huh?
Brandon, this is one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow.
Hey, my game has decreased though, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, nigga. Like, I ain't even bothering with LeBron and shit like that. You understand me? Like,
right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
It's cool. I'll be ready to ball when we get back on this joint. You understand me?
Heading back out and ready to go again. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL,
That's it. I'll be waiting for the call, I guess.
Complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is up. Russell, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York situation. Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Now Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held them in check on the scoreboard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Watson off play action, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a first down throw, Watson. Now they set up the screen, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Down! Blue 80!
Again, it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different